Hello everybody, my name is Jackson. Welcome back to Stunfisk and Chill. Today I'll be doing a spoiler-free review / giving key tips about Death Note, an animated series based on a manga of the same name that came out in 2006. That's when the series came out. Anyways, so what Death Note is it's basically it's about a kid, 17-year-old prodigy kid, one of the smartest kids in his entire school, finds a notebook that falls out of the sky called the Death Note. The thing about the Death Note is that you may write anyone's name and think of their face, and then boom, they die. So it is a mystery / crime, okay, not crime drama. It's like a mystery / psychological thriller of a show where this boy just figures out how to use it. There is plenty. There's plenty of things that happen throughout, because if someone has the ability to kill anyone they want, you know things are going to go south. So, I want to talk about the good about this show. And the reason why I like this show so much is because of the character development that they have throughout the show. The project I was talking about, his name is Light Yagami. Light Yagami is a teenage kid who stumbles upon this notebook, and what he tries to do is he tries to use it to kill criminals, which you might think is not that bad, but also, depending on what your viewpoint is, it's obviously still murdering people. So, obviously, if all these criminals are getting killed, the police are involved, the government's involved, and he meets a very, very highly skilled detective named L. And like I said, the character dynamic between Light and L throughout this series is magnificent. L, world-class detective, has never failed to solve a crime. And yeah, so he hunts down Light throughout the entire, or not the, well, he hunts down Light throughout the anime. Um, there's also very, very good side characters. This story is very character driven in general, so of course all the characters are gonna be good. Let me say a couple. There's these creatures called Shinigami who basically drop the Death Notes in order to preserve their life by having humans kill one another, basically. There's a couple standout ones like Ryuk and Rem. Surprisingly, although the Shinigami just follow around the protagonist or anyone who holds a Death Note, although that's all they really do throughout the story. Well, I mean, they do other things too, but they're they provide great comic relief and interesting character development. There's other characters like Misamon, Naomi Misora, which are two female characters who are also very interesting and possible love interest to Light Yagami. And obviously, L has a task force hunting down Light Yagami as he continues to kill people under the persona of someone named Kira, which means killer in Japanese. I'm just gonna name some great characters: Mr. Yagami, Matsuda, Iwaza, oh god, Rotari, Mogi, Yukita, and Edie. And throughout the story, there's obviously other characters that are also very good. As you can see, I like the characters of the show. But anyways, the other things that are good about the show is that this show doesn't feel like an anime. Like an anime, you might think cartoony, over-the-top action, crazy fight scenes. There's none of that in the show. It's more of a nice, character-driven detective story. Throughout the story, like I said, the relationship between Light and L is very, very, very interesting, because these are the two of the most high IQ people like on the planet, trying to outwit each other, like trying to escape one another, and it's just so amazing to watch. There's also uh, the show does like this thing that I don't really like. I can't really think of a good comparison, but it it really like really puts you in the spot of each character. Like there's even like side characters too. There's multiple times where you get to see what they're thinking of in the moment, and it's very interesting to see everyone's perspectives, which is why I really love the character development throughout this story. Um, Another thing is that the series is the right length. It's only 37 episodes, 37 20-minute episodes, which is only about 12 to 13 hours, which is although the series expands throughout many years telling this story, I feel like it's a perfect starting length, especially for people who are getting into anime for the first time. Also, the series feels quite genuine, as it's not over the top, and if there was a Death Note that fell down from the sky, um, you could imagine it could play out like this. Um, Key pointers for anyone new to anime or just show in general. Number one, I'd recommend watching it sub, although the dub version is still very good. It's just that I don't really. I'd rather have them speak in their original language. You know, it keeps the authenticity. Authenticity. Yeah, it keeps that. So which I enjoy. Um, Other key points. I don't know. I mean, this is a very different show from ones I've watched before. It doesn't really have to be an anime. The only real like Japanese culture is just the whole idea of a death note falling from the sky and the Shinigami, like I said earlier. Um, this doesn't all take place in Tokyo, although like 90% of it does. Um, so you can see the global conflict if there's a killer that's randomly killing criminals. I mean, yeah, that'll start a global conflict anyway. There's also like different parties that are hunting down Kira. Some people are helping them. Um, Kira meaning Light Yagami, and yeah, there. I only have a couple problem. Or, well, it's only really one problem. Is that in the middle? Only one problem with the the anime. I mean, is that in the about halfway through, there's like a period that just isn't as interesting because a major plot point happens, which I'm not going to spoil, and it yeah, it just doesn't really interest me as much. Um, so yeah, it does pick up, however, in the recurring episodes throughout the end of the series. It does pick up, although some people, depending on who you ask, some people don't really like the second half of the anime as much as the first half. Which I mean, that's true for me, but I mean, I still loved all of it. Um, so yeah. Also, the music, obviously, it. Well, I mean, not obviously, but the music is very, very good, very high quality. Although the themes after the first one, because there's different themes, because that's how anime works. There's different like intro themes, and it's very, very interesting. Kind of really shows the craziness of what's happening. So yeah, I give Death Note a 9.2 out of 10. I don't know why I'm so specific with that rating, but it just feels like a 9.2 out of 10. So yeah, um, that's your review of Death Note. Bruh. Anyways, I'll sum up any. I'll just give one final summary. Just for those of you who are still tuned in, and they're still not quite sure of whether or not they want to watch the series. Um, it's very good, and I'm telling you, the character dynamics and the feeling that the whole show is what really sells you. And good luck trying to put the show down to do other things, because that's gonna be hard to do. Anyway, see you guys.